Alright guys, Engine Buzz here. We got these wheel adapters for my Chevy Silverado. And here it is. I have 8 lugs on the back of this and 6 lug in the front due to me doing a axle swap. So now I got the 14 bolt under there. So basically I ordered these spacers in. As you can see, you have the 8 lugs in the back, so it goes on there and then it converts it to 6 lug. So I didn't really see many videos of people installing these out there, so I thought I'd make a video on it. Basically these come into a 2-piece thing. You take these Allen nuts with the Allen key and you pull it off. You slide the first part on and you tighten these nuts down, and then you put this thing back on, and then you can put the tire on. So we're just going to do a quick video on putting those on. Oh yeah, so basically there's 2 pieces to the spacer. There's this part and this part right here. That slides right onto the lugs. Sometimes your lugs might not be long enough, so you have to grind them down, but you should be fine, because as you can see it was about 1 1/4 inch, and this is 3/4 inch, equals about 2. So you put this part on, you tighten those lugs down, and you want to make sure nothing comes above this line right here, and then you're able to take this and put that on there. It clips right down in there, and then that's basically what you do. So then you put your nuts back in, or your Allen bolts back in there. Alright, so we got the truck jacked up. What we're going to do is we're going to pull off these old lugs, and then we're going to start putting the spacer on. So. Alright, so we got this rotor here. It's pretty rusted out. So what we're going to do is we're going to put some anti-seize on the back of that spacer, just so it doesn't like stick itself to there. So just going to do that, so that way this one's pretty rusted out. So your spacer should come with these lug nuts on there. What you're going to do is these actually aren't going to be the ones holding the tire on. These are the ones you're going to want to use for holding the first part of the spacer on, because if you look at them, they're actually a lot smaller than your normal lug nuts, just so you can put the spacer on a lot more easily and not have as much trouble. I don't know if you guys have run into this problem, but you want to make sure nothing comes outside this line. Now you can check, go like this with the camera. You see there's nothing coming outside this line, and then you'll be able to put this spacer on like that with no problems. Alright, here what we're going to do is we're just going to snug these down to torque. We're going to put these at about 130, 140, somewhere around there. So we got our torque wrench here, and we're going to use that to torque it down. And then we're going to put the other plate on. Alright, so we got that first part of the spacer on. We're putting the next part on. So what you do is you just put those hex screws in. Get them kind of in there with your hand, and then we'll go through it with the impact and get them nice and snug. Alright, so we got those on. We tightened down these hex a little bit. You want to be careful not to tighten them down too tight, otherwise you will strip them out. These hex heads are soft metal and the spacers are relatively soft metal, so you just want to be careful when you're tightening those down. But that's a finished product. Hopefully that helped you guys out. We're going to put the tire on and then we should be all set. So shout out to Diesel Junkie. We'll put his channel link in the description or whatever. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and a like, and got some more videos coming at you pretty soon here. So thanks for watching. Alright, so we got his tires on and everything, and it's all set. One thing to note, at least for this Chevy, the spacer lugs were 9/16 thread pitch, so that's what it was for these.